very unstable air. That's what moved through the metro area. And then we've got a front to the northwest that's now triggered at least one severe thunderstorm warning. I want to start with the strongest part of the line here. We've been trying to give our friends over in the eastern part of the state a heads up. Over Columbia, over Connorsville, Liberty, heading toward Richmond. Likely going to get some 65 mile per hour gust with this. There's been a little bit of rotation just to the north of Connorsville. I wouldn't focus too much on that. It's more of the widespread high wind potential with this here. With that said, this warning goes until 5:30. It's going to be extended. It will eventually include Richmond. It will include Liberty. Rushville, the worst is over. Newcastle, the worst is over. Okay, you can see from Hagerstown, there's Modoc, and then we've got the severe thunderstorm warning that also includes Muncie, a good portion of Delaware County. So long line that's moving through, and I'm just using a shear rate product. So here's where if we get an enhancement of damage or wind reports, it'll come within this portion of the line. Near Connorsville, Laurel, there's Metamora, and then around Greensburg. So this stretches all the way back. Okay, let's put what you're normally used to seeing here. I'll do a track. These things are moving about 45, 50 miles per hour. So this will be out of our state here very quickly. Before that, we're still going to have a few more warnings. I'll do it at about 45. That gets it into, let's update. So Metamora within the next 5 minutes. Brownsville next 10. Fountain City next 20 minutes. And then it'll be in Ohio here before 5:45. Now another severe thunderstorm warning, one of the newer ones that's been issued, is north of Kokomo. Galveston, Bunker Hill, just south of Peru. And this one as well has the potential. Everything on radar today has had 60 mile per hour or quarter-sized hail potential. Looks like the core is going to be really close to Galveston and Walton there along 35. And I've been watching to see if we had any rotation, and we don't. But certainly wind potential with it. Let's do a pixel query on that. Not overly impressive right now. We'll see if it pulses up, because that's what happened with the one that was over Indianapolis here a short while ago, as the thing moved through. And as we look back, a lot of people have been asking, is there any more severe storms after this? You know, the severe thunderstorm watch technically goes until 9 p.m. I suspect they're going to start to really shave off some of these western counties. I think the atmosphere is a bit used up. You can see there's a bit of a concentration of storm reports around Indy and just to the south as this line intensified over the city, and now it's continuing to roll toward the east. I think the odds of us getting additional severe storms around Indy is rather low. I think we may have some additional thunderstorms. Whether or not they truly get to a severe level, that's to be determined. We have had some reports of damage. I'm just getting some new reports now. This is out of emergency manager out of Rush County, West Central. A lot of trees and power lines down there. Looks like we're getting some reports of some small tree branches down Decatur County. And we had a report St. Clair and East here in Indianapolis, where we had some trees, some small trees uprooted. We had over 60 mile per hour gust around parts of Marion County. And let me double check that AES map once again. At 4:57, it was up to 17,000, hovering around 16,000. So it has been a very long stretch for some areas that have been without power for 4 days now, since the initial day ratio that came through on Thursday. We're now in our 4th day. We knew this was going to be a multi-day storm threat, multi-day severe weather threat. This is the last one for now. We're going to have about 72 hours of very quiet weather. It's going to coincide with firework plans Monday and Tuesday, if that's what you have And even some areas this evening, I don't know if your community was going to have fireworks for this evening. In most areas, that may still be able to work out. We're just going to have to get through the next 30 minutes with some of these storms here. What you're seeing up across north central, and I mentioned, and there it is, you see they're starting to shave off the watch box, so it's happening kind of in real time. So these storms that you're seeing up across north central Indiana, those are moving more northeast. So they're going to be heading out of our viewing area, going to head toward Huntington and Fort Wayne. But still, if you're in Marion or even Kokomo, just keep tabs on those until they can completely get out. It's what's east central Indiana. That's the brunt of what's going on right now. You can see the concentration of lightning that's over Cambridge City and Connorsville, and that's what's going to be blasting through Richmond here before the top of the hour. We'll see, maybe get some of our NDOT cameras, but a high concentration of lightning with these just within that particular zone. Over 200 strikes here in about the last 5-10 minutes. Still some strong wind showing up. And as we look back, you can see those storm reports that we talked about. So, yeah, this will be it. I want to show you Future Track 13. So we may not have a 6 o'clock newscast this evening due to NASCAR. That's not determined just yet. But I do want to show you Future Track 13 in the event that happens. This will be on our website as well. But severe threat winding down this evening. And then I want to show you the latest 7-day forecast now. So I mentioned some quiet times ahead. We will have just a slight chance Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Can't say it's going to be completely rain-free, but the odds are going to be very low. Our next more widespread rain storm maker will show up Thursday with a boundary that will knock us from the 90s into the lower 80s. But just want to give you a heads up of what the 7-day looks like. You know, we just got to get through this evening. What's left of this line of thunderstorms that still has many areas east central Indiana under severe thunderstorm warnings. Technically, Muncie, Mount Pleasant, Newcastle, threat for you is done. It's over Hagerstown right now, and then over Cambridge City. This is heading toward Winchester, heading toward Richmond. Still some nasty stuff that's over Connorsville, by the way, and then this arcs back toward Greensburg. What's over Columbus right now is not severe, and what's farther west, not severe, but you know, this time of year when we start talking about that being a holiday weekend, a lot of folks want to get out on the lake, and we had some time earlier today. Lake Monroe being highly impacted, that's another, you know, anything that's popping up in this air until we stabilize it is going to be very proficient at heavy rain and frequent lightning. So that's what we've got that's going on here. And we are keeping an eye on some damage reports. We'll have some pictures we'll try to turn around and show you this evening. Just wanted to hop back on here and just give you an update with this storm system. Just because, again, it's such a busy holiday weekend, and we've just had a barrage of thunderstorms. Let's just double check to make sure, see if we've got any new storm reports. Rush County, several trees, power lines. This is, again, West Central. This is in Arlington over there. Modoc has wind damage, tree size unknown. Looks like some wind damage from earlier in Owen County. So yeah, still kind of let me see if I've got any new pictures on my Twitter feed here. Yeah, so that's what we have. Metro area, just about, you know, we're done right now. As I mentioned, I cannot say between now and sunset that something, you know, may not pass through here. But once this line gets through, it'll become less coverage, very isolated. And I think the odds of us having additional severe thunderstorm warnings for Indianapolis or around the metro is going to be very slim. just because, again, the rate of the atmosphere just so used up with that big storm that barreled through. We still are going to be on the humid side of things, and that is something I don't see changing. It may get a little, muggy meter may get a little bit better in the next couple of days, but overall we're in some rather juicy air. Just want to double check. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape. We'll see if anything over in Illinois can pop up, but based on the parameters I'm just looking at, I think that, yeah, you see there's some hit and miss stuff over here in Illinois, but based on the parameters I'm looking at, they will have a tough time surviving the journey over to the east because of our atmosphere got overturned. A lot of the energy was used up in these big bombs that came through here. But still, big time lightning show over Connorsville, heading into Liberty, heading into Richmond and Fountain City, where we'll undoubtedly get some new thunderstorm warnings for those areas here. But that's what we've got for now. We will keep you updated, and make sure you have our app on your phone. I assume you do, most of you do. But we will, if I come back on the live stream, you'll get a push, and we will keep you updated. We'll see if we have news at 6. It looks like NASCAR is going, so great. Inaugural race up there in Chicago, street race. So providing that holds, we won't have a 6 o'clock news. I will be updating our forecast online and our mobile, and we will keep you updated. Stay safe, East Central Indiana, until this storm moves through. I'd say another maybe 15, 20 minutes, and it's over in Ohio, and then we'll settle things down mostly for the remainder of the evening. Stay safe.